Yo, what is good, everybody? In today's topic of the video, we're talking about Ben Simmons possibly being traded to the Indiana Pacers. The Sixers have had trade talks being interested in Malcolm Brogdon and Caris LeVert for Ben Simmons. I think that trade makes sense for both teams. The 76ers will get Malcolm Brogdon, who was a good all-around defender and good scorer for that Indiana Pacers team. I believe he scored somewhat around 20 points. Kind of the same thing goes for Caris LeVert, who's also a good offensively player that can shoot. Both of those two players can shoot. And Joel Embiid has even said that he expects the 76ers to play more pick and roll. So if they get these two players, that would definitely help them out. Shams also gave the breaking news today that Ben Simmons has put his home in Philadelphia for sale and is waiting for a trade, which means Ben Simmons is out of here. He does not want any part with the 76ers. He also said that the 76ers were requesting 3 first-round picks and CJ McCollum from the Blazers in return for Ben Simmons, and they got rejected. So it's looking like anything going along with the Blazers is probably not going to happen. What is kind of crazy about the Blazers trade talks with the 76ers is around 2 months ago, the 76ers have reports that they were interested in getting Damian Lillard, but now that has gone down to CJ McCollum. That is very interesting to me. That shows that probably each day Ben Simmons' trade value is getting lower and lower, and many teams around the league are not being willing enough to get Ben Simmons anymore. They're kind of giving up on Ben Simmons. So for me, I think that Daryl Morey should make the move before the season starts, because it's only a matter of time before Ben Simmons' trade value is literally a bag of chips. Daryl Morey should see that the Indiana Pacers are giving up a pretty fair deal, and if this goes on past when the season starts, it's gonna be worse than that deal. And many people even think that this Indiana Pacers deal isn't good enough for Ben Simmons. I think it is. I think these are two good players. Another thing that is really interesting is that Doc Rivers has said that he wants Ben Simmons back on the team, and I'm assuming a lot of people in the Philadelphia 76ers organization. And that's interesting because of the fact that Ben Simmons has put his house up for sale. Ben Simmons is not returning to the training camp. He's not going to training camp or even the preseason games. And Doc Rivers still stands by that statement. I'm not sure why. That doesn't really make any sense to me. And the fact that Doc Rivers is not even, criticizing Ben Simmons for all of this or anyone in the Philadelphia 76ers organization kind of makes me believe they're probably doing this on purpose to remain his trade value a little bit high. They probably wouldn't want to criticize Ben Simmons, because if they did, his trade value would dip. It would dip, and they probably wouldn't get the player that they're going to get. So I think Daryl Morey, Doc Rivers, and everyone in the Philadelphia 76ers organization, they're playing a game right now. The only person to criticize Ben Simmons is Joel Embiid. So I definitely think it's more to Daryl Morey and Doc Rivers saying that they want Ben Simmons back on the team. Something you got to remember, though, is Ben Simmons is a good player, so it probably makes a lot of people think that that's the reason why Doc Rivers and Daryl Morey want Ben Simmons back on the team. But Ben Simmons not going to training camp. Ben Simmons not even replying to Joel Embiid's meeting, which I think he was a leader of that meeting that they want to meet up in Los Angeles. Ben Simmons denied that. There's no way that Daryl Morey and Doc Rivers would want a player like that back on the team. You know what I'm saying? It makes zero sense to me. What they're probably thinking, in my opinion, is they're probably frustrated with Ben Simmons. They're probably frustrated with Ben Simmons, especially if they don't get the right player in return for Ben Simmons and he just gets to go where he wants. That would make them a lot more frustrated. And I think what the 76ers are going to do is that they're going to trade Ben Simmons to a team that he doesn't want to go to. Teams have done this in the past, where they the player has caused problems in the team, so they don't really listen to the player on where he wants to go. We have seen like teams in the past that have listened to players. Like, they will literally trade a player to their liking. It's not going to be like that with Ben Simmons. So Ben Simmons has said he wants to go to a California team like the Sacramento Kings. like a California team and everything. That's not gonna happen. He's gonna get traded to probably an East Coast team, probably like the Indiana Pacers. Literally, that's the most one that makes sense. And he's probably gonna get traded in these upcoming weeks. I have been saying that for a long time, that I expect Ben Simmons to get traded in the upcoming weeks, and it just never happens. So we're gonna keep waiting on the news, and I'm definitely gonna break that news to you. I really want to see where Ben Simmons ends up going, but like I said, I got the Indiana Pacers as my lock. But put in the comments down below where you think Ben Simmons is gonna, end up. Maybe some of you guys' predictions are gonna be right. With that being said, do not forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Josh 3 Arch, and I am out.